Welcome to Music Row, a backstage pass to your favorite country artists. Here's your host, Leake.
We'll just take that from the, hey, Owen, there's a lot going on with you, man.
There's some stuff
Holy
happening.
smokes. Since the last time we talked, I think you played about 100 shows. You wrote a new album. You had, I think, 7 different writers on your album, worked with a bunch of different producers, I believe, got invited to play at the Grand Ole Opry, sold out Massey Hall in Toronto, which is, I don't know, the Grand Old Lady of the North.
Yeah. That's exactly, like, I didn't even know about the Opry thing until, like, a week or two ago. So to me, like, that was my Opry. I was like, Massey Hall is up here when it comes to Canadian iconic venues. Like, there's...
And you sold it out.
Sold it out, which is unbelievable. Like, to me, like, that's, like, crazy. I never thought I'd be able to do something like that. I played a gig one time. Or no, sorry, I'm messing this story up. I was at guitar lessons, and I vividly remember... This is the first time I ever heard of Massey Hall. I was a kid.
You're like 11.
Yeah, and my guitar teacher, Roger Williamson, was talking about how he was about to play Massey Hall, and he was like thinking he was being funny because he's playing in the town of Massey. They have a town hall there.
Oh, okay.
He was playing Massey Hall, like a Sunday matinee type thing, and I didn't know what Massey Hall was at the time, but now that, you know, it's a clever one to be able to play Massey Hall in the town of Massey, Ontario. But
is he coming to your show? Do you still
you know
have
what?
conversation with him?
I texted him, but I think he might have got a new number because he doesn't answer me. But Roger, I know you're out there because I see you on Facebook posting stuff. I would love for you to come to Massey Hall.
There.
If you're out there.
Now,
formal invitation.
You know, it's funny, though, because you have a unique challenge because the last time we chatted, you had just sold out Danforth Music Hall, and I believe it was like your 3rd time playing Danforth. The first couple times, it was in support. I think Tyler Hubbard was one of the artists that you opened up for.
Yeah, and Chase Rice.
And... which is crazy because you worked with Chase, a producer who worked with Chase Rice, or a songwriter who is written with Chase Rice. And then Tyler invited you to do the Grand Ole Opry. But here's where I'm going with all of this. You get, as an opener for any show anywhere, a set number of tickets. You don't get a bulk of the tickets if you want to bring friends and family.
Yeah.
So I know when you're a headliner, you get to bring a few more folks. So you would have been able to do that at Danforth a year and a half ago or so. But now you're playing Massey Hall, and there's got to be a cutoff point where it's like, hey, friends and family, I appreciate that you've been coming to my shows and supporting, but not everyone's getting on the list.
Yeah.
You got to start cutting people off.
I don't know what it is, but I got the most comps I've ever gotten before for this Massey Hall show. I got 50.
Okay, well, that's good.
And all 50 are full.
Already
which is
used
awesome.
up.
They're already used up. Yep.
Well, and you just invited your guitar teacher from when he was 10, so you're gonna.
We'll find a 50 first.
Yeah,
not 50. He can bring his wife too, and we'll make that happen somehow. I'll give him an all access pass.
Wow.
What are they gonna say?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You just walk in through the back of Massey Hall, flag that guy who's standing there. He's been standing there for the last 75 years. Yep. Show that all access pass and say, "What are you gonna do?"
Yeah,
I'm coming through.
This is the gang. This is the posse right here.
In the feeling, I get this album. This is, you know what? Maybe I'll wait until Stephanie comes back because she might want to hear a little bit of this story. But in the feeling, the new release from Owen. When I listen to albums, I think, okay, there's going to be a couple standout songs that, okay, this is a good track. And, you know, it's tough. It doesn't matter what level of artist you are. There's going to be some tracks that are meh.
Mm-hmm.
They're close, but I don't know, it just doesn't grab probably just me that day.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh, okay, this song is the song. This is the one that's gonna, and then the next song comes on. I'm like, holy smokes, this is happening again. You have them coming back to back on this album with some real big songs. It's like, I want to say, such a maturing kind of release for you. Is that
100%? Thank you so much, by the way. That's like such a compliment. We have beer.
Well, that's kind. That works out great.
Thank you.
That'll go good with your coffee.
Yeah.
Well, so are you having a tea?
A tea. It's tea time here.
I've never had a coffee before, if that means anything to you.
What?
I've never had a coffee.
I thought you were the coffee master because you're talking about coffee and tequila.
No, I've never.
That's your friend, though.
I've never had coffee before in my life.
We're gonna have to pee so bad after
Oh.
this.
Stephanie, sorry, I'm just going to mention a quick
Cheers.
story, and you can stand in the room you can stand in the room anytime you like and that. But so I'm listening to the album, and I'm just saying, okay, like there's a lot of good songs on the album, and where I'm thinking it's difficult to synchronize an album when it doesn't matter what your release is, but another great song, and this one's heartfelt again, and damn it, he's in such love or such heartbreak and that. But it starts off with a phone call from home.
Yep.
And I'm listening to this because I had it in advance. I'm listening to it through my phone into the Bluetooth of the car. And it's driving down the Jersey Turnpike. I've got girl in all white, woke up puffy-eyed, drinking Boardwalk caffeine.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't hear the lyrics that way when I first played it. And here's the problem. I was so caught off guard by the lyrics that I thought I heard. I had to grab my phone to get it going again. Unfortunately, I'm driving down the road and I got pulled over by the cops.
No way.
So I don't know if you know what the fine is for being pulled over by the cops in Ontario. It's like $650, 3 demerits, lose your license.
Did he ding you with it all? Did you get the?
I said, dude, I was on my phone because I'm trying to rewind. I got to get this song going again because instead of puffy-eyed drinking Boardwalk caffeine, I thought you said pussy-eyed.
Oh,
and
that warrants a phone check.
And I couldn't believe what I thought I was hearing because it didn't. It wasn't.
Welcome to the new album.
So I told the cop that I thought that this was happening, and I'm laughing, and I'm like, whatever. And I said the only reason why it's through my phone is because it's with this new artist, country artist named Owen Riegling, and the cop goes, I know that guy.
No way.
I'm like, well, yeah, this is his new album. You can have my phone and listen to it if you want.
No way. That's crazy.
He goes to his car and he comes back and he writes me a warning, and he says, don't do this again, but I hope you enjoy the album.
That's crazy. So I got you in trouble, then I got you out of trouble.
Exactly.
Let's
go. You got me in it and out of it at the same time. And thank God I just got that cop, and I wasn't. You know what it is?
That's so funny.
I'll tell everyone right now, if you're ever pulled over, being a dick does not work out. Just be nice, own up to whatever it is, a few yes sirs, a yes ma'am, and just explain.
And make sure you're listening to my music while it happens too.
And wrong about the lyrics.
Yeah.
Very wrong.
That would be a strong lyric choice. And
that's why I had to play it back. Made no sense.
Well, that's a crazy story.
Puffy-eyed though.
Yeah, puffy-eyed.
Way better lyric choice.
Yeah.
This is why
I'm
not
gonna
a songwriter.
now every time I hear the song, I'm gonna hear pussy-eyed.
Oh boy, I hope you know what. As a personal, if you wouldn't mind messing up the lyrics one day, that would also mean a lot to me.
All right. All right. That might shock people at Massey Hall.
Well,
but
so wait.
Maybe the cop will be there and he'll have a little laugh.
You know what? If I couldn't believe it, this cop was so nice, and I was gonna say like I could probably get you into the show, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But everything was going so good.
That's hilarious.
Okay,
Oh my
Massey
gosh.
Hall. Is this your first time on that stage?
Yeah, I've never even been in the actual building, but I've been to TD Hall, which is attached.
Brand new room in
Yeah.
Massey Hall because it's only been there for like 5 years, I think.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
And I've heard the stories, and I've been anticipating playing there for a very long time. So it's just cool. It's freaking crazy. It's the Opry of Canada. It's awesome. I can't believe my music has got me to a place where they even let a guy like me on the stage, It's kind of cool.
You've played stages that are very similar to Massey Hall because they're old theaters. Like any place that's 150 years old, they built them kind of the same way, acoustic treatments and stuff like that. But now that this has been remodeled, a little bit different. And your friends in Nashville will probably say the same thing about the Ryman. Right?
Totally.
It's the sister or the cousin to the Ryman.
Yeah.
When you're on that stage, you don't even need a microphone.
The acoustics are just that good.
It's like
That's-
so crazy.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm excited to. Well, the problem with playing the show is like you don't get to experience the sound from like the actual PA and the mix from front of house. And I don't think it's possible, but I would love if they could like make a holograph me and like play the thing, and then I could hear it out there to experience what it sounds like, because it's always just in my in-ear monitors, and like there's a bunch of stuff in there and you don't get the same feeling, right? So that's something I'll never get to experience, which kind of sucks because I've played a lot of shows, but I
That's
don't get to hear it.
borderline narcissistic.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what?
You know, it'd be better if I could really just watch me do this.
Well, you know, now that you say it like that, it does sound really bad.
I love
But
it.
it's not about seeing me. It's about experiencing what it sounds like to hear it. Like, is it good? Is it, because I oftentimes am like, do I suck? Like, because I can't really hear, you know, like I can hear, but it sounds like shit half the time in my ears.
People don't understand when you're in the motion of being on stage and you're presenting this performance, running around, you've got like 8 or 12 things running through your monitors in your in-ears.
Mm-hmm.
But then your mind is also like, did I hear that right? Did that person play that right? They might have miscued something. They might have heard a wrong lyric that maybe I sang on stage. Who knows? Who knows what it is, right? But you're right. You're kind of so caught in the moment, and those shows, they go by lightning fast. Like you'll play that night 23 songs. We'll just throw it out there. I bet you're gonna remember like 2 of them.
Yeah.
The show's gonna feel like it's 15 minutes long, and that's probably the 10 minutes leading up to the show, and then the first 5 minutes, and then it's over.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I've really been intentionally trying to be more present now, because like the first 3 years of my career, I don't really remember, because it just like happens so fast, and you just go to the next thing, go to the next thing, next show, next whatever it is. And I've been trying to like just be here right now, you know, and be on stage and be in that moment and
Be in the feeling.
And experience what it feels like to be there. And it can be hard sometimes when it's so demanding all the time to do the next thing and achieve the next thing and whatever, but to be present is where I want to be.
It's a runaway train, because you wait all day for the train to come along, you get on it, and then it just screams down the hill, and you're like, what just happened?
Yeah.
We were like, everything was going good here a moment ago.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that you're like fast friends with Tyler Hubbard, because you did the tour with them. He invites you to the Grand Ole Opry. Now you're label mates through Big Loud in the U.S. and Universal in Canada. And he's got to be saying things to you, or can you text him at any time and say, "Hey Tyler, this is a thought I have"?
Yeah, I text him out of the blue every once in a while just to catch up.
Does he ever respond with "Who dis? New phone"?
No, he's never done that.
It's a great joke though.
And I don't harass him. I don't abuse those types of things. Like, I'm very reserved, and like, I don't know, if I see something pop up for him, I'll say congrats, you know, or whatever it is. But yeah, it's just crazy that I have like his number on my phone, and just random people's numbers that I would have never imagined I would have in my phone. Like, I got Wayne Gretzky's number in my phone. How cool is that?
That's got to be worth
legendary.
something somewhere along the line, right? You got to be able to like. That's one that you can pull out in front of friends and family.
Yeah.
Because so recognized in Canada. Meanwhile, in Nashville, if you say, "Yeah, I know Tyler Hubbard," and people are like, "Well, that's cool."
Yeah.
Not sure about this hockey guy you're speaking of.
Exactly.
Just yet.
And in Nashville, I think it's so common that, I mean, 90% of country artists live down there, and they're just at Publix grocery shopping or like whatever, you know, they're just everywhere, and it's just normal, and people just kind of are used to it, you know, as long as you stay off Broadway or stay off of the spots where the people are.
Let's be honest. You're still waiting for Eric Church probably every Thursday at Chiefs.
Yeah. I'm a huge Eric fan. I've never actually like talked to him before, but I have been in the same room before, and he's a legend. He's got this like aura, you know. He's a legend.
Well, I think in the feeling, you know, we talk about being present and talk about, you know, just trying to be in the moment. I think in the feeling, breathes a lot more like an Eric Church album.
Well, thank you.
I think it has
appreciate
a
that.
little bit more, not as rushed.
Yeah, I think musically, I don't think it's an Eric thing. I think it's my own thing, and I think it's risky in the way that Eric would take a risk on making an album, and the fact that it's not down the middle, it's left and it's right, and it's everything but directly in the center. And that's why I've always loved Eric Church, because he's such an artist, and he really likes to create a story and really just timestamp his career, and he grows with his music. And I always want to just kind of follow that footprint and grow with my music. And you mentioned it being a bit more mature, and I feel that way too. I think it's far more mature than what I've put out in the past, and it's just an evolution of who I am as an artist, who I am as a person, and where I am right now. So
It'd be weird though if it didn't sound more mature, considering what's happened in your life in the last few years. House, marriage. I mean, these are life-changing things.
yeah,
And it better be reflected, if you're a true artist, in your music. Not that you have to speak to it all. I mean, you can fabricate all the lyrics you want in life, but they still got to be true to you to present on stage.
totally. I didn't get into music to be necessarily a showman or an entertainer or just the guy that people want to see. I've always got into the songwriting side first, and the way that it makes me feel, and the fact that people can connect with that feeling and attach their own stories and their own lives to it, is the thing that fuels me. So it'll always kind of be about the story and where I'm at, and as long as people want to keep listening, I'll keep making the songs. And that's why I love music, and I love having a guitar beside the couch in the living room, and one in my office, and one in the bedroom. It's like everywhere I go, and it doesn't matter, as I age, I think I'll always pick up a guitar and just start playing something, and something will come out. It just feels like a natural thing that I do, and I love it.
So when you have that guitar, and there's a point in every artist's life where they can't finish the song, they just can't get it to where they think it should be for whatever reason.
Yeah.
What's your reset? What has anybody told you to kind of fix that issue? Because it happens to everybody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it happens to me all the time still. There's a couple different things. So I'll oftentimes start something at home by myself, and inevitably, unless it's a fluke, sometimes they fall out like that. I had one 3 days ago that just fell out. We just went to Sunday church at Easter weekend, got home, wife's making food for the thing later, and I'm like, I'm just gonna pop in the studio real quick, and I just feel like I need to do something. And I came up with this riff, I put it in, and the song just fell out in like 25 minutes, full song, 2 verses, 2 choruses, bridge, done. And I'm like, that is crazy. Like 25 minutes ago, that song wasn't a thing. Now it's here. And that's like, when they fall from the sky, you just have to like receive them. And if you don't, they'll be gone. But I'll have other times where it's like, I feel inspired and I start writing and it feels great. And then I hit a wall and it's like, I can't break through that wall. So oftentimes I'll take those half songs into writers' rooms in Nashville and like sit down with, this guy or this girl who's got massive hits. And I'll be like, this is where I'm at. And this is how I feel. This is what I'm saying. And they'll just pull and break through that wall with me, which is super nice.
Super relatable, because I'm like that with my car. It's still making this clunking sound, and I've
Just
done
turn the
all
radio
these,
up.
I've done all these fixes, and then you drive it into the garage, and the experts, we'll just tune this little piece up.
Yeah, it's so helpful. But to break the writer's block, this album started in writer's block. Back in 24, I did 110 shows, and I was sitting in an airport, just burnt out, tired, hadn't slept in months, and hadn't written either. And I recently realized, like, the thing that excites me, the thing that like actually like makes me want to like run through a wall, is being creative and like replenishing the well. And that needs to come from me. And that needs to be a thing that I do just for me. And then I'm better with other people, and I'm better with, writers and producers and everything. So I've learned that recently. That's part of the growth too. But back in 24, I was sitting in the airport, uninspired, writer's block, sent a picture to my buddy Ryan, who I wrote In the Feeling with. He's from Peterborough, Ontario, Ryan Kennedy. And it just looked like a stale kind of white room, I was just feeling down, you know, and he sends me back this 10-page PDF document with this picture and all of these stories within this one picture that seemed like just a very boring scenario. The guy at the bar who's nicking out needs a cigarette, and the people that are leaving home, for a long time and they're missing their family, and the people who are just getting home after a long time away that are reuniting with their group, and some people are going on a week's vacation and they got floral shirts on, and there's all these different stories and those things you can pick out of that one moment, that one picture, and that just opened my eyes again to just the world around me and the moments that I was living in that I was missing. So yeah, we got back to, I went to his place in Peterborough and we wrote that song in like 45 minutes. And it just, the melody, the story, like I could apply so many things in my life to that song and different things in my life. It felt like very open to interpretation. And that was kind of the North Star for the whole record. So everything kind of, I'd write a song, and if it didn't fit that box of In the Feeling, then it didn't work for the record, and we put it to the side until we figured out kind of this journey, to end up with the record that we have. So
You get to now take this across the country again. You're back now in that scenario of being in airports, being on the road, and that's going to go for 200 shows.
Yeah.
Before your next album.
Yeah.
Or your next time to write. So what did that moment teach you in 2024 where you felt burnt out and you couldn't create, that you're going to try to avoid on this gigantic tour and all these dates that are coming that still haven't even been announced? There's still more to come.
Taking my vitamins, bringing a sleep mask with me everywhere I go. And recently, I was just saying, being creative by myself, like not waiting for it to come, but just like trying to force it out of me and just keeping the wheels turning. And that's what I'm doing. Like now that this record's out and we have vinyl and it's like a thing, it's happening, I'm already working on the next project. So we're in meetings right now talking about the next batch of songs we're about to go record. So trying to just keep that wheel moving and just take care of myself.
The album is coming. Massey Hall is coming. The Opry is coming. There's not even a time to celebrate until probably a year
We
from
make
now.
time to celebrate.
Owen Riegling.
We're
Thanks for
going to
doing
be
this, man.
celebrating after Massey Hall for sure. And Opry for sure. I got so many friends and family coming to both of those shows. It's going to be impossible to not have a great time. So,
Well, I'll tell you what. You look for me. I'll be wearing this and have fun up on those stages.
all right. I'll
Thanks
try
for
not to
doing this,
mess up
man.
the lyrics.
I would hope you wouldn't.